Coming your way live on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. Make sure to join us tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. Before we get going with our official weigh-in, I want to bring up some of the members of Triller who helped to make this entire event happen. The fact that Triller, in just over a week, switched locations from Los Angeles to South Florida. A tremendous undertaking, but we have been able to pull it off, and the fighters will make their way on the scale. But first, we want to bring up the chairman of Triller Fight Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bobby Sarnavesh. I love that T-shirt, by the way, Bobby. And I also want to thank the COO of Triller Fight Club as well, Torsten Meyer, ladies and gentlemen. He's a little bit shy, but he is here in the house. Also, our lovely Triller Fight Club ring girls, the best in the business. Let's get going with our official weigh-in. We'll start off 6 rounds this in the featherweight division. We want to bring up a 7-fight veteran from Albany, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Terry Roscoe. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we go live tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time. When you order the pay-per-view, you can also get 2 different commentary teams. You have one with myself, Sean Porter, also 50 Cent, Sean Wheelock, and also the President of the United States, the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and his son, Donald Jr., will be commentating as well on an alternative feed. As we await Terry Roscoe to make his way onto the scale. Hey, don't forget, follow us at Triller Fight Club, also at Triller as well. Use the hashtag Holyfield and Belfort is what you want to use. Use the hashtag Holyfield and Belfort for tomorrow night's event. And we have Terry Roscoe, a 7-fight veteran, who is making his way onto the scale. As we have Terry Roscoe on the scale. 155 for Terry Roscoe, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Terry Roscoe. And his opponent making his pro debut from Los Angeles, Eliezer Silva. Eliezer Silva making his way onto the scale. 158 for Eliezer Silva. 158 for Silva. It is Silva and Roscoe tomorrow night from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. This will open up our free view tomorrow night. It is Roscoe and Silva. They will go ahead and collide tomorrow night to open up Triller Fight Club Legends 2. All right, thank you very much, guys. Greatly appreciate it. And now we transition 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to bring up a 38-fight veteran from Jalisco, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Dihul Olguin. He is certainly battle-tested as Dihul Olguin. No easy task for any up-and-coming prospect. Dihul Olguin on the scale. 128 even for Dihul Olguin. 128 even for Dihul Olguin. And his opponent joining us from San Bernardino, California. His record 9 wins, 3 of those coming by way of knockout against 1 blemish. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Too Pretty, Anthony Chavez Cifuentes. 129.2 for Chavez. 129.2 for Chavez. It is Anthony Chavez, Dihul Olguin. They will square off tomorrow night here from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It is Triller Fight Club Legends 2. coming your way from right here in South Florida. Don't forget, join us tomorrow night on pay-per-view. All right, and now this is a part of our pay-per-view portion, and these two gentlemen, going back to yesterday's press conference, they don't like each other. 10 rounds, this in the junior lightweight division. We want to bring up to the stage his record, 19 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, emanating from Dublin, Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former world title challenger, Jono Carroll. Carroll's in impeccable physical shape. 130 on the nose for Jono Carroll. 130 even for Jono Carroll. And his opponent with a record, 23 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, a dozen victories coming by way of knockout, fighting out of San Jose, California. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andy Vincennes. $129.4 for Andy Vincennes. 129.4 for Andy Vincennes. It is Andy Vincennes and Jono Carroll. This is a part of our pay-per-view portion tomorrow night. It is Triller Fight Club Legends 2 from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. This is a matchup that we've been looking forward to. The chairman in the middle of Triller Fight Club, Bobby Sarnovich. Andy Vincennes, Jono Carroll matchup tomorrow night on pay-per-view. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. You don't get paid to throw punches now. You can throw as many punches as you want tomorrow night, but save the punishment for tomorrow. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I turn over the rest of the weigh-in proceedings to the greatest ring announcer of all time, the Hall of Famer, always impeccably dressed, the voice that everyone around the world can recognize. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the one and only Michael Buffer, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, live from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, you'll be able to see this on Fight TV pay-per-view as it's streamed everywhere exclusively by Fight TV pay-per-view, an event like no other. These 3 fights, these fighters I'm about to bring up here to the scales, each fight will be 8 2-minute rounds. So let's bring them out to the scales and let's meet them once again and see what the scales behold. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, the first fighter up to the stage and to the scales, the athlete, the entrepreneur, the undefeated professional fighter with a record of 9 fights, 9 wins, all 9 by knockout. Please welcome to the scales, from Miami by way of Monaco, Joe the Billionaire Fournier. Stand by, Joe, and we'll bring out your opponent. He's a gentleman that everybody in the world of boxing knows, of course. 28 victories as a professional. 26 of those 28 victories are by knockout. He is the former unified, undefeated Cruiserweight champion of the world, moved up to the heavyweight division, and became the WBA heavyweight champion of the world from London, England, the Haymaker, David Haye. First on to the scales, Joe the Billionaire Fournier. $195.5 pounds, 195.5 for Joe Fournier. Now onto the scales, the Haymaker, the former heavyweight champ, the former cruiserweight champion. Hold still, there we go. 211.5 pounds, 211.5 for the Haymaker, David Haye. Here they are face to face. 8 2-minute rounds scheduled tomorrow night, live on Fight TV pay-per-view. Joe the Billionaire Fournier, David the Haymaker Haye. They'll start it off tomorrow night from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino of South Florida. Thank you, Bernie. Joe Fournier, David Haye, 8 2-minute rounds of boxing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest between two MMA legends facing each other in a boxing ring with the gloves on. Two MMA fighters, first of all, coming to the scales. His record, 21 victories, 10 wins by knockout, 5 wins by submission. The former UFC light heavyweight world champion, the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz. £200 even, 200 pounds even for Tito Ortiz and his opponent to the scales.
All right, I'm
35
back.
victories as an MMA artist, 23 wins by knockout. Originally from Brazil, now living, training, and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA. He is Anderson, the Spider Silva. This is great. I get to introduce the guys my brother made a career out of introducing. Stepping onto the scales, the legendary MMA competitor, 35 victories in his career, 23 wins by knockout. .192.6, 192.6 for Anderson the Spider Silva.
Weight was 195. Tito Ortiz has been bitching about trying to make 195 for probably like the last month or so. So he weighed in at 200. I wonder how much money he's got to pay.
Once again, live on Fight TV pay-per-view, the sports streaming service that all should get to see.
Look how small he is,
from
bro.
the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino of South Florida. Here they are, Tito Ortiz, Anderson Silva, in a boxing ring, 8 2-minute rounds tomorrow night. Two MMA legends, Anderson Silva, Tito Ortiz. And now we'll bring to the stage our final bout of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, once again, broadcast live and exclusively on Fight TV pay-per-view, streamed by Fight TV pay-per-view from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino of South Florida. These are two legends of the ring from two different versions of combat sports. First of all, let's bring out from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
He's been literally
now from
talking about
Boca
it the
Raton,
last month.
Florida. His record, 27 victories, 18 wins by knockout. The former Cage Rage world champion, the former UFC world champion, the MMA legend, VITOR, the PHENOM Belfort. And his opponent comes to us by way of the Boxing Hall of Fame. 44 victories as a professional boxer, 29 by knockout. He has captured 6 world titles, an Olympic medal. He's the former undefeated Cruiserweight champion of the world, the former 5-time heavyweight champion of the world from Atlanta, Georgia, EVANDER, Real Deal Holyfield.
Belfort was supposed to fight De La Hoya at 190. I'm interested in what both are going to weigh in at.
First on the scales will be the Phenom, Victor Belfort. £206.2 pounds, 206.2 for VITOR, the Phenom Belfort. Next onto the scales, 6 times a world champion, the only man ever to capture the heavyweight title 5 times, EVANDER, Real Deal Holyfield. 225.4. The former 6-time world champion, the Olympic medalist, the 5-time heavyweight champion of the world, the Real Deal, EVANDER Holyfield. Face to face, the final and main event tomorrow night. 2 legends of combat sports, the Phenom VITOR Belfort, the Hall of Fame legend EVANDER Real Deal Holyfield.
Him not being in shape is like seeing Stallone not in shape. I expected for him to be in shape.
Legends 2, brought to you by Triller Fight Club, streamed live on Fight TV pay-per-view. 2 legends of combat sports. VITOR, the Phenom Belfort, EVANDER Holyfield, the 6-time world champion. VITOR, EVANDER, if you'll stand by, let me have Ray, there you go. Ray Flores is going to introduce final words before we go to these fighters, and they'll be shutting themselves down, I'm sure, Ray, for getting ready for tomorrow night. First of all, VITOR.
Thank you very much, Michael. As we are joined alongside by VITOR Belfort, the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. First of all, VITOR, you look in great physical shape. What did you take away from that stare down between you and EVANDER Holyfield?
Just look eyes, just tomorrow is the time, the skills, and I'm looking forward for boxing one of the greatest heavyweight in the world, in history. So boxing is a passion for a long time. I've been applying boxing in a different field, and now I'll be able to really enjoy and box, and box one of the greatest in the world, so I could not ask for a better opponent.
For those watching tomorrow night on pay-per-view, your prediction, sir?
It's a W, it's a win. It's like minute by minute, second by second, just focus on what I can control. That's all I do, and be able to enjoy every moment.
The Phenom VITOR Belfort, ladies and gentlemen, good luck to you. Now we're going to transition to EVANDER, the Real Deal Holyfield, who makes his return to the ring. EVANDER, you've been through this many times over again, but how are you feeling one day away as you get set to collide against VITOR Belfort?
I feel good. I feel excellent.
And how's it going down tomorrow night?
Well, it's all depends on what he can handle.
So you're telling me that it all depends on how much punishment he can take?
Well, yeah, that's all of the game.
All right, EVANDER, the Real Deal Holyfield, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for him. The legend himself, the International Boxing Hall of Famer. Michael, they are ready to go. Looking forward to a big night of action. On behalf of Michael Buffer and the entire Triller Fight Club team, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, or live on pay-per-view, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time in this Triller Fight Club. Legends 2 coming your way here from South Florida, a night of boxing and entertainment. It is going to blow your mind. Join us tomorrow night on Fight TV pay-per-view. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I didn't expect for EVANDER Holyfield not to be in shape, as I was saying. That's like expecting, fucking Stallone to show up to a movie set not in shape, no matter how old he is, Here is my thing. Which one of these fights are going to be fixed? Which one of these fights we're going to look at tomorrow and be like, what the fuck was that? What happened? By the way, Holyfield, what was that, 224.4? And then Belfort, 206? I'll be here tomorrow night. In fact, I have to work tonight. covering the Oscar Valdez card. So it's going to be a busy weekend for me. The fights on the card tomorrow I'm going to be covering is Andy Vincennes versus John O'Carroll. Since that's an actual boxing match, I'm going to cover that. Of course, David Haye versus Joe Fournier. Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva, to me, is going to be the fight of the night. I got Anderson Silva. He's going to schooling. And then, of course, Holyfield versus Belfort. I'm interested to see if Holyfield going to try to empty his tank to get him out of there early. That's what I think is going to happen. Because he's just too old. You know, to try to go, 8 2-minute rounds? I don't know, man. I think some crazy shit's going to go down. Also, if you don't know, listen to this craziness. It is going to be 50 Cent, Donald Trump Jr., and Snoop Dogg on commentary. Oh, and Baby Hands Ray Flores. You can't make this up. You can't make that up. You can't make it up. So I'm going to be ready for whatever shit show they're going to provide. So I'm going to call my cable subscriber, Verizon Fios, because they're not letting me order it for some reason. And, you know, I'm going to order that shit ASAP. I don't hear no type of casual buzz about it. Any type of buzz you're hearing is like, what the fuck, Holyfield? How old is he now? You know? It's not a good look, man. It's not a good look. But I'm getting up out of here. I got to work tonight. I'm done with trash bullshit fights. John Ryder fighting, Hrgovic is fighting, Tony Yoka, kind of interested in that. But, yo, I'm tired of these bullshit fights. Now, when it comes to Hrgovic, I may cover it, you know, because Hrgovic and the Croatians, they bring in a lot of views. They do, you know. But outside of that, I'm not really interested in none of these bullshit fights no more, for real, for real, for real. Especially when they could be fighting better talent. So, for example, John Ryder's fighting a guy who is, I believe he's 8-2 with 6 KOs. But everyone that guy's beaten, 6 of the opponents, of the 8 opponents, have negative records. And then the 2 guys he knocked out, that he lost to, had positive records. Like, bro, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired. Anyway, I'm getting up out of here. I'll see you guys later on. I'm T-Street Controversy with 5v3 Season